So I was hoping to get this video out before this weekend, but it's been a long week. My dog was hit by a car and killed, so not a good week. Actually made it out fishing today. Didn't take my drone, just went out and fished. Had a fantastic session, and I feel much better now. Not gonna bring my dog back, but I feel so much better. Amazing the way fishing can do that for us. So I want to talk to you about this location. And I did another video out here earlier. I call this location a flood tide because this is an area that's just off the Great Salt Lake that gets flooded in the fall in preparation for Utah's waterfowl hunts. And there's a couple areas around the lake that are like this where they divert a little bit of water to help people maneuver around to get out to where a lot of these waterfowl are. And when that happens, this is 6 to 8 inches deep. The carp move out into these areas, and it just gives you a feel like you would get in like Louisiana or in the Carolinas on a flood tide. Obviously, this isn't a true flood tide. This is not based on moon cycles or true tides, but it's a lot like it. The fishing is real similar. It's shallow water. You're looking for tailing fish. And it's just a lot of fun. Almost all these fish are 8 to 10 pounds. So solid fish, no giants or anything in here. In this particular area, I don't typically see anything bigger than that. I mean, 12, 13 pound, but really 8 to 10 is what they run. And I think it's somewhat determined by the water that they live in. It is in these areas that get real shallow during the summers. A lot of this stuff is protected. Near this is protected during the summers, and you can't access any of it for waterfowl. And these fish get pretty stressed during that time of year, so I think they struggle specifically during that time of year, and they end up kind of skinny. We'll catch occasionally a pretty big one, but these are pretty skinny fish, and I think it's for that reason. It's one of those areas that I think if it was managed a little bit better, you could probably get some 15 to 20 pounders. There'd be less fish in the area, but it's not managed at all. And carp are survivors. That occasionally we'll have people out here shooting them with bows. But really that's the only harvest you ever see out of this area. So you can see looking at this fish, this is an incredibly clean fish. It's likely never been caught before, but it just doesn't have the size. And like I said, I think that's for that time of year. But anyway, this is great sight fishing. The water is muddy, but because it's so shallow, you can really, see the fish, get it in front of them. And that right there is a really good example of what we're looking for pretty much all the time when we're out fishing, is that carp coming towards us. If we can do a drag and drop in that situation, and the pattern we choose is reasonable, and I'm going to make another video that goes into pattern selection. I hope to get it out this week. But if you pick a reasonable pattern, drag and drop in that scenario, you make a good cast, the carp hasn't seen you, they almost are always going to eat in that situation. So that's kind of the perfect setup right there. Plus I had the wind at my back, so it laid the cast out for me. I could put it out there real lightly. And this is, I think it was a 9 pounder. All of them, like I said, we're in that 8 to 10 pound range. Good, solid fish, no giants. Most of them had never been caught before, which is one of the cool things here. And like I said, this is an area that can only be accessed in the fall when they start opening up the waterfowl season. There's like I said, there's a few areas around the WMAs in Utah that you can access and fish this time of year. I am trying to work with Utah's Division of Wildlife Resources to see if I can get some of the actual WMAs opened up for fly fishing. after the nesting season. I think there is some incredible opportunity in those WMAs for everybody. I'll keep you guys posted on that. There's a lot of stuff that would be like this in those WMAs. I know there's some really big carp in a couple of them. There's some great opportunities out there right now that we're all being prevented from accessing. And I understand it from protecting the waterfowl. And I don't have a problem with it from that standpoint, during the nesting season. But to prevent fly fishermen from accessing these flats, in order to protect the birds that we're hunting and shooting, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So anyway, I'm going to work on that. Hopefully we can get some of those opened up for everybody. And if that happens, I'll make sure I make some videos and kind of show everybody where they can go on those. Those are just there's some cool areas that we just don't have access to right now. So you guys saw the like and subscribe. That's kind of the end of this video. I have another area I got out to that was fantastic. I'm working on the video. That's what this is. This is just the raw footage from that. So I'm going to try to get that video up soon. I'm also going to do a fly selection video. I'll get up as soon as I can. Having fun making these. I hope you guys enjoy them. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. If you have ideas of videos, post them, message me, anything you want, and I'll work on trying to get something up for them. So appreciate it, guys. Take care, and I will see you soon.